Hey y'all, welcome back to the review. It's another weekly episode. It's your boy Claude and your boy EZ, and we're
Well,
excited to
easy.
get into today's topic.
Yes,
EZ, what's
sir.
going on with you this week, bro?
Hey, man. Good day, man. Great day. Ready for a great week. That's it.
All right, well, with that being said, thank you guys for watching last week's episode, and let's get this party started. So for today's episode, we got to talk about LeBron's future, the
Yeah.
Lakers falling apart, Jalen Brown drama, Brandon Ayuk versus Jaden Daniels, mental health in sports, USA and FIFA World Cup, England huge upset against Mexico. So let's get started. First and foremost, LeBron James is officially done with the Lakers.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Has LeBron James turned into a new chapter? Is it finally time for Luka Doncic to be the man of the hour? And does he choose another championship or retire? Before I get my thoughts, Ethan, what do you think?
Hey, man. We talking about Braun, man. I think LeBron James, at the age of 41, he can do it all still. We talking about a guy last season that averaged 20.9 points a game, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds in 60 games, Clyde. There's rookies that can't even put up those kind of numbers. So we're talking about a guy that can still play, who seems like he's not aging. So my thought process is, Claude, like, I don't know, like, is he chasing Jordan? Because LeBron got Jordan got more rings than LeBron, but that's another question, another topic. What do you
Okay,
think, Claude?
well, my thought behind this is very simple. I'm so happy that LeBron James is finally leaving the Lakers. Luka Doncic on paper is that guy, but in actuality, he's not. LeBron James need that fifth ring, and Luka can't play defense to save his life. Luka went to the ownership team and said he wanted a center, and that was time for LeBron to leave. There were reports that LeBron James was going to go to New York Knicks, and it would have been a no-brainer if they didn't win a championship last year. So this following championship. So what that tells me is that LeBron James wants that fifth ring and he wants to go to a team that gives it to him. Right now, they're saying that the Cavs are top contenders, but we just saw what happened at the playoffs when the Knicks ran through the Cavs. Why would he
Okay.
go there when you need to go to a team that got that dog in them? You feel me? And right now, allegedly, the Cavs are offering LeBron James a deal that's going to include Bronny. So they're trying to use Bronny to trap LeBron in. But LeBron James need that fifth ring. He needs to go and take his talents to South Beach and run that back again in Miami.
Okay.
Or he needs to go ahead and go to the Spurs. And that's my two teams I think he needs to go to.
So, Claude, let me
Because
let me take that back. Let me take that back. Let's
go ahead, go
tackle
ahead, go
back.
ahead.
Let's tackle back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I honestly think Cleveland would be a great fit for LeBron. Reason why I think honestly is because last season Cleveland was the number one team, and they were number one and they were number one seed. Just
They
because
got
they had
stuck in
a
the
bad
playoffs though.
Clyde, hold on, just because they had a bad 3 games, bad 4 games,
Bad
doesn't
4 games. They ain't even won one.
okay, Clyde, but just because they had a bad 4 game, that doesn't deter them from being a playoff contender team. LeBron James wants to go to a team that is playoff ready. And the only team right now that is playoff ready is what you say, Cleveland. Right now, it's Cleveland, San Antonio, New York. Those three teams. Those three teams. Hey, you looking at me kind of sideways? I mean, you want to debate?
Here's my problem. It's like I don't know if the greatness of LeBron James can overcome the curse of James Harden. James Harden is a phenomenal player during the season, and Donovan shows like he has the potential of being that guy. But LeBron, if you want that fifth ring, I don't think that's going to be worth it, in my honest opinion.
Okay.
And what is so disheartening is New York Knicks was good this year. They were good. But they shouldn't be 4-0 good. Even when the Lakers lost without Luka Doncic to OKC, they at least won one game. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are we doing here? Like, at the end of the day, LeBron needs to be with Giannis. He might can run it back with Golden State. The only reason why I'm opposed Golden State is because this is a YN league, and I don't know if a team of old dudes could get it done. or he needs to go to the Spurs. What are we doing? But on the other note, allegedly every team wants him, and they doing what needs to happen. Rich Paul, his agent and longtime friend, had posted a dry erase board with the multiple team options that he had, and Spurs was highlighted. So I mean,
Yeah.
if LeBron James can get over Pat Riley, maybe he can go back to Miami. I know the conversations are happening with Miami because we just saw a clip today where the streamer Neon was with Giannis, and Neon played a prank and told Giannis that LeBron James was going to Miami Heat. Giannis almost caught a heart attack. So what you know that we don't know, Giannis? What's going
Yeah.
on here? You feel
Yeah.
me? So I don't know. I mean, well, final thoughts. We wake up Monday morning next week. LeBron James have a team. Where you think he's going?
I honestly believe if I had to go with any team, I'm gonna go with the sleeper. I'm going with the Warriors. Him and Steph. And then the crazy part is, it'd be great, and they'll just retire out together.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that. I just believe in competition, and I had beef with Curry since 2018. The U.S. Olympics made me like him a little bit more, but I would prefer him to have five and Steph Curry retire with four. But that's just this is my vibe. But
That's
if I
funny.
wake up tomorrow and he goes to the Spurs, when we gonna win that first ring with LeBron? And that's how I feel about it. Okay. With that being said, we got to talk about the team he's leaving, the Lakers.
Oh yeah.
Lakers are selling off all the current team. It's looking a complete different landscape. People are making commentary saying that it looks like a Backstreet Boys reunion. um, and I don't know. I personally feel like Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, AR-15, Luke Connect, they all have the same problem. Nobody plays defense. You switch out their entire team and bring in the Backstreet Boys to be your starting three, and you max them out with the contract that they have. I don't know if they'll be a contender in today's league with what's going on, because you have to have defensive player. Okay, if Luka Doncic shoots 40 points per game. You let him get that 40. You pick and roll Luka Doncic. You pick and roll Austin Reeves. They scored 40. He scored 25. And then you done got 100 points on their forehead. So I don't know. What do you think about the current state of the Lakers? You think the changes are making sense, or like what's going on?
So the reason why you're kind of upset about the whole Lakers and LeBron thing is because one, it's what companies do. They push out the old, and then they replace it with the new. Luca younger, probably not the same. Luca's younger. When Luca's on fire, he is a playmaker. He is a walking bucket. So what I'm saying, Claude, is they built a team around Luca. In the same way any other star player, whatever he wants, he gets. Luka want the
Oh, I
big
see.
man, they go get him. Luka want playmakers, they go get him. So now they're gonna have to. They in the G League they do have the guy that they drafted. He's been cooking in the G League, so they're gonna have to just I guess Cloud work with some younger pieces because like you said, this league we got like you got guys like Castle who can ball, young guy. You know what I'm saying? You got Wimby, young guy, can ball. So why not put around a young team so the YNs play the YNs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not upset about the Luca situation with LeBron. At the end of the day, it makes sense. You want a new superstar on your team. My thing is, I just think the Lakers strategically are making sense. LeBron proved again last season. He played for what, 80% of the games? He was there for the finals, and they beat a young Houston Rocket, defying expectations, and they at least won one game against OKC, and Luca hasn't yet to prove that. And I think that the goal should have been what we need to do to make LeBron happy, give him that ring so he can retire here, and then focus on Luca next. But you can't cry over spilled milk. But that's my
yeah,
thoughts behind that.
yeah.
And then moving on from the Lakers, we got to discuss Jalen Brown. So we
Oh
talked
man, yeah,
about it last episode, and it's taking a whole life of its own now. And there's been so much nuance and so much drama. And I want to get your thoughts on it. But first, I want to lay out the landscape of what we're dealing with right
yeah.
now.
Let's talk about that part.
Jalen Brown has his own podcast. Jaylen Brown is very outspoken on his thoughts about what's going on with him in
Mhm.
basketball. He actually verbally said he feel like there was a lack of respect during the trade talks with him.
Mhm.
He also feels like he's a good player. The commentaries that heated up because once the trade was announced and how it went down, fans at Boston were clearly upset. And now you're starting to get the smear campaigns of, oh, his problem is he's too smart for his own good. What does that mean? Oh, Jalen Brown talked too much. Oh, he's too outspoken. So it's like, what is it? Are we here for how well someone play? Do him and Jason Tatum not get along? Is that the problem?
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on the whole thing? And I'll give my two piece on it.
So for people that don't know who Jaylen Brown is, Jaylen Brown um, has been with that organization at Boston organization for 10 seasons, Clyde. We're talking about
Yeah, drafted number
five-time
three
All
overall.
Star, five-time All Star, Clyde. 2024 NBA Finals MVP, Clyde. We're talking
Yeah,
about a guy who's 28 average 28 points, 6.9 rebounds, five assists, Clyde. We're talking about a guy that can play, Clyde.
last season without Jason Tatum.
You know what I'm saying? So, Claude, that trade, it's like Claude. It's like that. It's like that one relationship when you have when you break up when she breaks up with you and she just talk about the whole tell the whole city about you. Claude, when we were good, we didn't hear none of this.
No,
When they were good, we didn't hear. We never heard. Oh, he was too smart when he was playing it. We never heard that like him and Tatum weren't friends. We never heard it. It's like when they separated, everything just fell apart. Is it like now? I got me thinking like, is it true? Are some of the things true? Is he too smart? Like it is so much just. And my thought process is sometimes why do we even care? He's a basketball player. What do you do? Whatever you do, if he flew kites for a living outside after basketball, why would we care?
why
We
do we
just want
care?
him to win games. Splash.
Yes. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. My thing that's frustrating for me is like you see other players can have commentary, but when certain people have commentary, it's a problem. Him being too smart for his own good, what are you saying? Like, I mean, he did say a slick comment and say the threshold for smartness in basketball is not a high bar to pass. A little slick, but I just don't understand it. Like, okay, if I have a player that has a smart mouth that is not combative, but can have some constructive criticism and go back and forth. That make us better. Him and Jason Tatum are once in a lifetime players to have. You have
Mm-hmm.
somebody who you out your mouth of your organization. A reporter said they're the seventh best player on the team. So you trade him for George Paul or Paul George? Like, are we serious? I just don't like how people can get away with the anonymous sources. I feel like people need to say it with their full chest, and I definitely think Jason Tatum is a part of it. Now, I believe that players have the right to defend themselves. I believe they should be able to have their own podcast, and I believe they should be able to share their opinion. This is not a monarchy. If I play for your team and I feel some type of way about something, I should be able to say it constructively. Jalen Brown is not a crash out. He hasn't fought anybody physically. He hasn't used profanity. He's calmly discussed whatever issues we've had, and he said it in plain English. And the back and
Exactly.
forth is crazy. If you just don't like him and you want him out your organization, just say that. But all of this sneak attacks, all these anonymous sources, it's weird to me.
Yeah,
Any
I
additional
agree.
thoughts on that?
No, man. Like you said, Claude. Like let's just it's like that relationship. You just got to move on. I think both parties just need to move on. It happened. The 76ers now become another playoff contender now, and
Another
Boston
spot for
has to
LeBron,
figure out
possibly.
things. You know what I'm saying? So, can the light skinned brothers bring in a ring? We don't know.
This guy. All right. Minnesota goes all in for Anthony Edwards. So there's talk that Anthony Edwards could possibly not be happy with Minnesota, and that the last showing for the last finals and playoffs did not go their way at all, and they needed to do something, or he would possibly ask for a trade. So the ownership group wants to make it clear that they want Ant-Man to be there for the long term of his career, and they're willing to do what it takes to keep him there. So one of the first moves that they made that people already know about is getting LaMelo Ball onto the team.
LaMelo Ball.
Now,
Yeah.
the thought process behind it is every time they play, Ant-Man gets double teamed. So now with LaMelo being there, there's a second target. So that will free up some time for Ant-Man so he can play. They also are looking for elite passers to get the ball to Ant-Man for the majority of the time because let's be real, he's number one. Now with LaMelo Ball being there, we'll see how that plays out. But the goal of LaMelo Ball is to get some pressure off of Ant-Man so he can perform. And they also have a defensive issue. And I'm not sure how they're going to address that, but the goal is to build a championship roster. The New York Knicks winning really looks like shook up the whole landscape, and players want to win now, and teams are adjusting. Any thoughts on Anthony Edwards or Minnesota East?
Anthony Edwards, like you said, Minnesota is trying to build a dynasty around him. They're finding everyone they can to put around him. Going to get LaMelo Ball, that kind of concerns me because we're talking about a guy that is very talented, but also like very immature as well.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
an
where
immature
I
duo.
kind of felt like LeBron going there, bringing him as my little bro, and then guiding him through. I think LeBron would do a great job there with helping and trying to show these younger guys how to play the game of basketball and how to take care of your body, how to do this, how to. So that's like LaMelo concerns me, but I also love the fact that you do take the pressure off him because LaMelo Ball
Yeah,
can ball.
he balls.
So pause. He's the type of guy that can play, Claude. So I think they need to go defensively. The
They
trade
need to be that.
trading and free agency is still open. So I think they're gonna make. I probably they're gonna make a move because you got to also understand, Claude, who knocked them off the playoff? Wemby. You're gonna have to find somebody that can stop Wemby.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be hard, but it's great to see though.
It's gonna be hard. I like you said, I'm excited to see it. I think ball dominance is going to be a key thing for that team and how they share. And you just need people who going to pass the ball to Ant-Man or him. And then you need a big center. You just need him because you need somebody who's not afraid to go toe to toe with Wemby. And I'm talking 6'9", 230, little sturdy to push that to push Wemby around. So that's gonna be interesting to see, and I'm excited to see it. Moving on from the NBA and going straight to the NFL. So we kind of touched bases about this last week with Brandon Ayuk and Jaden Daniels and the 49ers, but
Yeah.
things went left pretty quickly. So it looks like Brandon Ayuk was going to get his way and join Jaden Daniels with the Commanders. There also was concern about how Brandon Ayuk act. So it looks like Jaden Daniels sent Brandon Ayuk a text message and was like, "Hey, you're on my team now, and this is how things are going to go on my team." Brandon Ayuk allegedly got offended by that, went to his Instagram story and said, Jaden Daniels texted me that, and he coming at me like he a leader. He said, you can't be a leader if you run around your mama all day. Obviously, that did not go well with Jaden Daniels, and that is evidence that Brandon Ayuk is probably not in the right state of mind to be with the Commanders. So Jaden Daniels made a post on his Instagram story and added Brandon Ayuk and told him, deuces, enjoy retirement. What are your thoughts?
Um, like we all know, usually the quarterback is the
It's his
one they
brother.
is the head guy. Usually the quarterback is when they build around. Would Ayuk being a great asset to him? Absolutely. But he also got to understand that is his team. He is the franchise quarterback. He is the franchise player. They went all out to go get him in the draft, right? And they
Yeah,
did everything they could to protect him.
yeah,
So you think they're gonna waste their future investment on you? Come on, man. And if you want things like Clyde, I don't. Maybe he felt like, oh, as we say, how we said in the hood, he felt tried.
yeah,
Maybe, he probably read the tone. He probably read it in an aggressive tone, thinking like, oh, this man tried me. What's going on? But sometimes, man, things don't gotta go to social media. If you would have called him, Jaden, what you talking about? Jaden could have been like, hold on, man. Jaden calling me right now. Jaden, hold on. Jaden calling me right now. What's up, Jaden? I know. I'm on the show right now. I'll call you back. If you would have called Jaden like that, you know what I'm saying? Things could have been things they did in the backyard, behind the scenes, things could have been different. But like I
Right.
said, like I love how he handled it. Hey, enjoy retirement, brother. How you think, Claude?
Yeah, I mean, my thought process is it's actually very depressing. Brandon Ayuk forfeited $21 million worth of guaranteed money. Looks like the 49ers still are going to have to pay him out $50 million because it's not working out at the Commanders. And the thought process was him and Jaden had a close relationship. They played together before. And that's why, one, I don't do text messages. And these young generation got to get out of that. I would have FaceTimed him or we would have met in person. And I would have been like, hey, this is what it is. I think texting something like that is inappropriate. But at the same time, I don't think Brandon Ayuk is in the right state of mind. I hope if he needs help, he finds the help that he needs, get it together, maybe take a year or two off. And then if the NFL is still something that he can do, come back to it. But obviously, the millions he made, he probably can retire. But I think what he said to Jaden Daniels was completely disrespectful. I think going on social media is completely crazy. I think
Yep,
Jaden
I agree.
Daniels do not need to be texting players anything. If anything, we're going to meet in person or we're going to FaceTime call and we'll deal with that if we can. And the Commanders had a phenomenal season a couple of years ago where they went to the playoffs for the first time in 1993 or whatever the date was. And the Commander fans are desperate for another round of that. They really believe in Jaden Daniels and they think they can get to a championship or get to the Super Bowl. Doing a deep playoff run would be successful for the Commanders. And a piece like Brandon Ayuk would help them get closer. So I think that's why the idea of him coming there was so alluring to fans, and so Lawrence James Daniels, but an out of control player who's emotionally crazy, who go to social media to complain about everything, it's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you.
Yep,
So
I agree. I agree. Totally agree.
that's how I feel about that. And then moving on a little bit, um, I don't know. The Brandon Ayuk situation is interesting. I just think it just touched bases off of mental health that people may be having issues with. We're not going to dive deep into that, but we are going to do a future episode that goes into mental health, possible disorders, playing football. But I just hope if he gets the help he can.
Yeah, I agree, Claude. And sometimes it can be just miscommunications. Sometimes it can be just miscommunication, man. How he was brought up and how he was taught to communicate may be different from what we see and what we know as communication to be. So I just think Brandon, and then guess what, Claude? I just think he needs someone to talk to. He needs an older guy to take him under his wing. He needs somebody that's going to tell him, like, hey, man, like, what you're doing, you're just throwing money away.
Darn it.
You know what I'm saying? You're burning all these bridges. You seen what happened to Antonio Brown.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So,
That's another one. He looks like he's going down that path.
yeah, so like you just need to we just need to before he gets to that point, we need to find somebody that's gonna take him under his wing.
Agreed. Okay, well, moving on to FIFA World Cup. Ole, 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 ole. All right. Well, to get started with that, England defeated Mexico. I know you got some updates on FIFA's then. What you feeling like?
Come on, man. Thank you for talking to me. So right now we're gonna go with the round 16. Um we got some games that are playing today and tomorrow as well. So right now, Clyde, we're just gonna go fast. France won. It's France won. They beat Paraguay. Morocco beats Canada 3-1. Great performance by Morocco. Um, Spain, Portugal. Spain beats Portugal by 1. Great game as well. U.S. Belgium are actually playing tonight. Brazil, Norway. Norway advances, beat Brazil 2-1. Mexico, England. Mexico loses 3-2 with the phenomenal game. Tomorrow we got Argentina, Egypt, and at 4 p.m. tomorrow we got Switzerland, Colombia. Um, right now the teams that are advanced is France, Morocco. They be playing on Thursday at 4
Okay.
p.m. We got Spain playing either whoever wins between the U.S. and Belgium, which you want. We were talking about the U.S. game, and Saturday 11th we got Norway playing England. So that's gonna be
Mm.
good. So the two games that are happening tomorrow, they're gonna decide for that final bracket. But Cloud, right now, the FIFA's getting hot. Cloud,
It's getting
FIFA's
hot.
getting hot, man. Like I told you, Cloud, the two teams I was rooting for, they're still in. Spain is doing what Spain do. Spain is doing phenomenal right now. France is also kicking butt, but also Cloud, Morocco
Yeah,
is putting up
numbers.
goals.
Okay.
So we gotta see. We gotta see what's keep going. Today, who do you think, Cloud? We got the game as the game's happening
Yeah.
right now in front of us. Who do you think gonna win? You think Belgium is gonna beat the U.S.? Or you think U.S. gonna beat Belgium?
Hold up now. Hold up now. Because first of all, well, I just checked the score before we started recording, and Belgium was up by 1, but I believe in the U.S. I think the U.S. can pull it out. And on a brighter note, with the U.S. game, we know Florent Ballgame, the last game they was playing with, he got that red card, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
he was supposed to be suspended for this game, and he already faced a minor suspicion for the last game, but FIFA World Cup overturned the suspicion and let him play. From my point of view, looking at the incident, it looked like it was completely accidental. It looked like Belgium had that dog in him, and he was just trying to get the ball, and he lightly tapped his ankle. You feel me? Like if he was really stepping down, that
Yeah,
man would be out for the rest of his life. His whole career would have ended because he would have ripped that Achilles or that ankle up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
So
agree.
clearly it was accidental, and I don't believe the red card was warranted. So I'm happy they overturned it because he is the most proficient scorer that the U.S. have. Now, with that being said, that pissed off many other teams, including Belgium, who they're playing with right now, because they feel like FIFA made it clear that once you get a red card, it can't be overturned, and they haven't been really transparent on how this got overturned.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
yeah. My thoughts is I would, as the U.S., I would be excited that you got your number one facilitator, your number one scorer, your scorer back, a guy that can do it all in the midfield and as a striker. And if I was Belgium, I'll be pissed. Reason why I'll be pissed, Claude, is Belgium was practicing without. Think about it, you're game planning without him,
Yeah.
and then for them to overturn it, what happened yesterday, 24 hours before the game? How do you now? They have to either do they reorganize? Do they change up their lineups? Do they, as Belgium, that's gonna suck. You know what I'm saying? So, but as we see right now, Belgium up one. So maybe him coming back wasn't. They
Hold
didn't
up
need him
now.
back either.
Not too much.
He
Not
said not
too
too much,
much.
not too
Not
much.
too much
But
now.
Clyde,
Because
go ahead.
United States, we Eagles, we strike from the top. So at the,
Mm,
at the end of the day, we love a good underdog story, and I
yeah,
think the other teams are shook because United States look like they're in a position to make it further, especially to the other round. It's not going to be an easy knockout with the United States, and I think that's what shaking people up about this game. And it just looks like U.S. have privileges, but honestly speaking, that was a BS call. And we've seen it be pulled with Haiti versus Sweden. The dude drop kicked that Haitian player in the kneecap, didn't even get a card. And that was on purpose. So it's like there is a great debate with FIFA on what's allowed, what's not allowed, who's the referee, and that determines everything. But I'm very optimistic about the United States. That game against England versus Mexico was shocking too because I don't think anyone expected England to beat Mexico.
exactly,
And that was a big game for me. I was really surprised about that. But
exactly.
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on. So, hot take for you, Isner. Do you think LeBron finished his career in Cleveland?
It would be a beautiful story if LeBron James goes back to Cleveland and wins a chip in Cleveland. He was born in Cleveland, fed in Cleveland, won a championship in Cleveland in the beginning of his career, and then he leaves and comes back to win another championship. Cause that'll be a beautiful story. That would be better than the Michael Jordan story. Go ahead, Cloud.
I disagree, but
Okay.
we can move on. Move on. I want him to win with the Spurs. I have some biases because I like my boy Wemby, but go ahead. Do you
Exactly.
believe this will be an MVP year for Anthony Edwards?
how it's looking, they're placing all these pieces around him so he can have an MVP season. I believe so. I believe Ant-Man gonna have an MVP season, and Ant-Man gonna drop them Ant threes after he wins it. What
Okay.
about you?
I believe it's so. I think it's time. I think it's SGA move over. I think Wemby will move over. I think with the LaMelo Ball being traded in, that we're gonna finally get an MVP caliber season from Anthony Edwards. I think it's gonna be a close race, but I think it's gonna be time for him to get it. Do
I
Team
have a no,
USA?
Clark. I have a hot take for you. Do you
Yes.
think LaMelo Ball becomes a distraction? Because now both guys are close in age. Both guys love. We know LaMelo could throw a party. So does LaMelo become a distraction to Ant, or do you think he becomes a distraction, or he's the motivator? What do you think, Clark?
I think there's potential for there to be a Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown situation
Okay.
where they play well together, that they can win a championship, but there's room for bad blood that can boil over, or that they become too close to besties, and that could be a distraction as well. I just think when you have young guys who are hyper talented,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone at that age and talented is going to have an ego and think they need to be the number one guy,
Yeah.
that it can lead to problems.
Gotcha.
And then my final thing is, where do you think United States will end for the World Cup? Is
Tonight,
today's last day, or they going to make the semifinals?
Clark. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
This guy,
Hey, USA. See you guys next time.
you a traitor. Bird slide. That was supposed to be an eagle cry, but close enough. All right. Well, that's all we have for you guys today. I got some closing questions for the viewers. Where should LeBron finish his career? Is Jalen Brown hurting his image by speaking out? Is Brandon Ayuk out of line? And can Team USA make a serious World Cup run? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next episode of the review.
I'm gonna see you guys next time, man. See you next time. Like Claude said, like, comment, just let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you want to see, what you want to hear, so we can debate about it. We can talk about it and give you more information about it. So again, man, hit that like button, subscribe, follow, drop comments. Hey, do what you guys do. All right, Claude.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right, fellas.